We are going to take a turn, and we're talking about there's no question that Kennywood and coasters are summertime favorites. Something else that screams summer, ice cream. Don't we all love ice cream? That's why July is National Ice Cream Month. President Ronald Reagan declared it back in 1984, recognizing that ice cream as a treat enjoyed by 90% of Americans. And so since today is July 1st, our own Mikey Hood is wasting no time getting started in celebrating National Ice Cream Month. She is at Klavon's in the Strip District having ice cream for breakfast.
I'm
My
not
kind of
sure,
girl.
Lisa, that having ice cream for breakfast is the best idea. So far, so good. But just in case, I brought along these if we have any problems. I have Maya Johnson with me here. She's the general manager, and we're going to talk about all of the history in this place. And believe me, there is a lot of history, right?
Yes, it is.
So this used to be a pharmacy.
Yeah, it was a pharmacy back in 1923 to 1979, and then it closed its doors in 79, and 20 years later it reopened as an ice cream parlor in 1999.
Oh, that's pretty fascinating. And I can't help but to notice that we're standing behind, what are those, payphones? I haven't seen one of those for years.
Yeah, these are original from 1923. A lot of pharmacies had payphones, so those are just a gem here.
Okay, that's great. I mean, I really feel like I've been transported back in time. And you have, these are the chairs or the stools, I should say, are Coca-Cola bottle tops. Is that correct?
Yeah, they're shaped to look like Coca-Cola bottle tops.
That's pretty cool. And now I understand that you've taken special ice cream courses at Penn State, I hear?
Yeah, back in 2015, Jacob and I went up to Penn State and took the ice cream short course, and that's where I learned how to make all that ice cream. We learned all of how you make it.
Okay, so Jacob, he's the owner of this place. We'll talk to him a little bit later. So that makes you an ice cream expert, correct?
Yes, yeah, I make a lot of ice cream.
That's cool. So speaking about ice cream, let's talk about some of the more popular flavors here.
Our popular flavors would be chocolate chip cookie dough, cookies and cream, butter pecan, peachy paradise. Those are some of the favorites.
Oh, so now what is your favorite, I have to ask?
My favorite is cookies and cream.
Mine too. I like cookies and cream. I like just plain vanilla too.
Yeah, that's one of the favorites here. I make a lot of vanilla.
Yeah, see, that's where I'm going to go. So I think I'll have one of those in the next segment. But coming up, we're going to talk about a big competition that they have coming up, as well as some of the local partnerships that they have in the city. And get this, they have managed to master the art of delivering ice cream in under 10 minutes, and I think it doesn't melt. So you don't want to miss that. We'll be back a little bit later on to show you how they do it. Back to you.
Well, we're going to find out.
I'm gonna eat.
We're going to find out how Mikey delivers ice cream, because I heard her say butter pecan. Of course, we couldn't let Mikey have all the fun, so Klavon sent us some ice cream for breakfast, and I think this is chocolate chip cookie dough.
Yeah, it's chocolate chip cookie dough. Can we do this every day? Just have ice cream delivered. She said below 10 minutes.
We're going to have Mikey deliver some more. Can't talk and chew.
I know.
I think the secret is the chips. The
I'm gonna keep
chocolate
chewing.
chips
You
are
talk.
so good, right?
It's very good. And if you get one of those cookie chunks in there, oh.
Yeah, I did
even better.
manage to get it. We have to save a little bit, Ron.
Do we?
Don't have it all.
Do we?
So much fun. Our thanks to Mike, and of course being at Klavon's this morning.